Okay guys, so if you don't know what this is about, we're going to review what is this, Gold 5? Is this Gold 5, Sui? This is a Gold 5 Zyra game that we're looking at here. So, okay, straight off the bat, we've got a Lucian Braum versus a Ezreal Zyra. A lot of poke potential here, stun potential here as well from Lucian with the burst. If you get caught by like a Braum Q, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Lucian can apply those Braum stacks really quickly. So your best bet is to do like long range safe poke and if they do go in, disengage with roots and then yeah, you just gotta like respect the Braum Q a lot, and you just can't move too close to them. The best you can do in this matchup is get them down as much as you can, level 1, and then back off and play safe. And then your Zyra's ult can be pretty effective in this matchup, especially with how close range Lucian is. So you might better use that. But let's have a look at the whole team in combo. Orianna plus a Sion and an Olaf, so that's like massive AoE ball potential for her. So there's a lot of potential for Orianna to make a play here. Veigar and Tryndamere. So you guys have got... You guys probably got a slightly better late game. So if you can hold it out, in theory you should win late game. Veigar should be able to be incredibly fed here. You guys in general are relatively squishy. But, I mean, Trundle can also take off resistances away from the Sion, so they haven't really got anything like too dramatically tanky there. But, yeah. Okay. Let's just... Wait a minute. I need to sort out the scoreboard here. Okay. Doop-a-doop-doo. You're moving with your team, that's good. You haven't leveled a spell yet, that's good as well in case you invade. This is probably the worst place to stand though, like right here. If you're scouting for an invade, you kind of want to like be up here with your Ezreal. I guess you want to do seed stacking, but you can, after like 30 seconds, like you can be here, you just be at this point at like 1 minute if you're going to be helping with the pull. But for the first like 20 seconds you should be standing around about here. So you should be about to walk out of the brush now to do seed stacking, yeah. It's quite good seeds there actually. Really good seeds though. I would say sometimes that's too many, like junglers might screw up smite. Okay, good. Alright. Nothing you can do really right now. One thing I would suggest this patch is that like most jungles will go from this camp or this camp straight into river. So that can happen quite often. So you want to try and have like, it's really hard now because as a support, you have to decide whether to ward this brush or this brush. If I saw my jungle in particular going this way and not having involvement in the river on our side, I would put a ward here because there's a good chance that the Olaf could come and do this scuttle here, and it would put you in a bad spot here. It's like you're pretty vulnerable down here already. Either that or tell your Ezreal to ward as well, but then you guys are going to be without a ward for a while as well. So I would personally put a ward up here. It's really hard to put a ward in this brush down in the bot lane now. Yeah, like if you had a ward here as well, you could help like push in as well and push for level 2, early level 2. Good auto attacks. You step forward a little, oops, didn't mean to do jump back. Step forward a little bit more. You can afford to be like about here. I know the Brom's been scary, but you want to kind of be on the opposite side of the Brom so he doesn't Q you. This is good though. You guys should hit level 2 here, and just before you hit level 2, you want to start moving up to them. Because you can see how the wave is going, that you guys are going to hit level 2 first, right? and you've been helping push the lane. Brom hasn't really been doing anything. So you want to, as soon as the last minion's about to die, the third melee minion, you want to like start moving up straight away for an easy QW. Like here, like you want to be moving up like sooner than this. It's like free harassment here. Like this minion's got a decent amount of HP still, so this is like, that was like free poke there, and then you could walk back out. Plus they got a caster minion to kill here as well. At least you're harassing now, but you could have done that a little bit sooner. They did hit level 2 though, so I mean that was good harassment in the end. Just that you could have done that a little bit sooner, and probably a little bit safer as well. Still be aggressive here because you got minion advantage. Brom lands his Q, so you need to try and protect the Ezreal for Lucian dashing in, rather than being this far back. Because like the only thing that you're going to get caught out by lane is the Braum Q. So if Braum's already used his Q, whether it's missed or on his AD carry, then you know you're kind of safe. So you want to start moving up and trying to harass back. Want to see more Q pokes from you. Good, double hit there. Good, alright, Lucian's really, really low. Guardian just got procced. It's going to be incredibly hard for them to be aggressive here. What's Lucian got? Lucian has already used his health potion here as well. And you have kill like potential here. Ignite, auto attack with Q would force heal and probably flash. Your Ezreal's pretty high HP as well. I just want you to be in their face, like auto attacking the Braum constantly, just being in their face. If you get caught by Q at this point, if they do go full hard for you with flashes, you flash back and you should be able to win, get a 2-for-1. So yeah. You're gonna hit level 3 soon. Be ready for that. I would say it's worth going in like closer towards them, being a little bit more aggressive, especially with the level that you just hit as well. Now you've got your full combo. I want to see you harassing them constantly onto tower here. It's a shame your E missed. You're giving Lucian time to regen a little bit too much. At this point here, it's either like you go for harassment or you push in the lane. So you help either poke in the minions a bit more or you go for harassment. So you are scared of Lucian. If you have to use flash here for an aggressive player, it's worth it. Good route. You need to flash straight away as soon as you get caught out there. Yep, okay. Okay, let's look at that in slow-mo. Let's look at that in instant replay. Okay. You did stutter on your E, so it did seem like you were hesitating about Eing. Alright, E, it's fine. That's a good E. I probably would have done the same and moved up here for a greedy Q, auto attack, ignite. As soon as I got hit by that Braum Q though, I would flash here. It's a shame Ezra doesn't heal you at any point here. Like sooner before the ignite. I think at that point when your health's already out there, it would have been better just to not flash. Yeah, that does suck. This Ezra needs to go back now. I'll be telling my Ezra to go back. And he needs money for actually for coin. Has he got money for not for coin, for tier. He's got a money bag. No, he's waiting around for tier. That's why he's still here. How much money did you have when you went back to buy there? Hold on, I want to check. You had 432 HP. Let me start again. You had 440 gold. You should sell 1 health potion and get a Frost Fang. Is that what you're gonna do? That looks like what you're gonna do, which would be the right thing. Yeah, okay. I would have move up to the fountain slightly so you can be back into lane 1 second quicker. I would have done the same. I may have sold 2 potions just to get it in my bag quicker. Okay. Yeah, it's a shame they're recalling. I would say to my AD carry, he's got no mana and pushing this lane is going to be quite annoying. I would say to my AD carry, I would freeze this for him. If he freezes here, at least denies the enemy CS, and when you AD carry comes back, he'll come back to like a big juicy wave. And he'll have 4 mana. It's either you freeze it here or you hard push and then roam to mid. You need to be pushing, you need to be helping put you. Okay, let me start again. Right, at this point here, when you're still running here, if you decide to push in your head, then you need to move up straight up to this point here and start blocking the minions from coming any deeper. Oh my God, because look at this. If you can block off minions coming up to here, it will increase the speed of your push. So you want to move forward here, start moving forward and start blocking off this wave, just root the entire wave kind of thing as well. Thanks 100 Thieves. Freezing is basically just last hitting at the absolute last moment. Pretty much, yeah, exactly, tittering. You need to be helping push this in. This needs to be pushed. This is urgent. Your AD carry is desperate to go back. You need to be pushing this. This has to be pushed. And you could have done that afterwards. You're gonna get that. This is good. This is a good play if you had already pushed in the wave. Because look what was happening to Ezreal here. He's got no mana, no HP. He needs to buy a tier urgently, and he's not just gonna be able to. Oh, is he gonna die because of it as well? He had to use flash. He might die still. Yeah. Hey. So yeah. Yeah. So work on lane management. It's essential to learn as a support. What happened anyway during this? So after you were killing Skittle, okay, one better thing as well you need to do with Skittle is you want to like the safest way of doing this, because the enemy jungler is likely to come over and kill this, right? So doing this is always a slight danger with the enemy jungler appearing. Your jungler is like no HP. I mean, I'll be asking to help this Veigar to come over to help you. The enemy jungler is going to take it as well, isn't he? Yeah, you should have been watching the mini map as well to see where Brom was moving up to as well. You haven't got a flash here as well. Yeah, it's just everything you did there was just in the wrong order. Lane push in. If you're going to go for Skittle, that's great. Just bear in mind that enemy jungler might appear and come and get it. So if you stand on the opposite side of Skittle, it always moves into that direction. You can there's some places where you can actually trap in. There's I think there's an area here where you can like move it into down here. But I can see what you were doing. It's not a bad idea to get Skittle. It's kind of a little bit of a shame that Veigar didn't move. But I mean, yeah, it was a bad play from you in overall. So far not a great start. How much money have you got? You bought boots. That's fine. I guess you couldn't really buy a control ward at that point. That's just a shame. So the enemy's done Cloud Drake right now, and you're really far behind in XP. So you just have to play really passive now. You cannot do anything. And like, this is literally the worst case scenario now as an AP damaging support, because if you fall behind, you're going to be absolutely useless for ages because you really need those items, let alone the XP. So you're just here now just to help peel. If Brom goes in, you need to be on point with the E. STFU Imperator. You... Good route. There's not a lot else you can do here. You're doing your best. I think Ignite needs to be used at some point, even though you know it wasn't going to be a kill. Lucian getting greedy here. It's a shame Ezra missed a Q here. I think that was bound to happen with you being low level. It's nice that Trundle tried, but yeah, there's not a lot you can do because you're so low level. All your damage is pretty far behind. Reset this wave as quickly as possible, and then you want to like go back a bit. I wouldn't even bother harassing under tower at this point. No, 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 no. This is too deep. You got no flash. Braum could hit 6 at any time as well. Lucian's already hit 6. Just be careful. You got to be playing a lot more passive. You got no flash and you're really far behind. You need to be there for whenever Braum decides to go in, and you just need to be getting ready to peel. And you got to do your best to sidestep for Braum ulti. That's going to happen any second. If I was just Braum, I'd be like, okay, I'm about to get hit 6. I'm about to get 6. Let's ult the Zyra straight away and just kill her instantly. And then I'll be able to wall off the Ezreal arcane shots. Oof. Okay, I want to watch this again. So you had a ward here. I want to see how quickly you reacted to this, because it looks like... I'm not sure what you're looking at here. As soon as that should have been there, you should be clicking backwards and then pinging back here. She has already gotten to the entire brush before you realized. Okay, she got from here to here before you realized. So you didn't realize for like 3 seconds. That's like a 3 seconds walking time there. That takes way too long. Ezra at this point should use heal just for movement speed. But yeah. Ezreal heal is still up. Ezreal used heal after you died. Yeah, this is the thing. I have a problem with AD carries as well. Is that heal needs to be used not only just for the heal itself, but for the movement speed as well. If he actually used heal there, both of you would have escaped. But yeah, you guys should have noticed that there was a Orianna at this point here as well. So you're not paying attention to the minimap much either here as well. What are you now? 030. It's level 4. This is probably first tower as well. Holy crap, yeah. This is like a really, really bad game for you. Honestly, the best you can do, I won't even buy the amplifying tome. The best you can do at this point is just try your best to try and keep whatever map control you're available to your team. You need to have like 1 or 2 control words at this point. What's your Frost Fang even on in terms of gold? 357. It's not actually too bad. You're not too far behind in that part. Considering the situation. But yeah. Oh, well done, Tittering, by the way. But yeah. So you're rotating out of mid. This is fine. You're doing a good job here. Just don't go too far out because you're really low behind. Once again, you want to be hovering at the backside here. You do not want to be being the one engaging. You really just want to get level 6. Yeah, staying back. That's the best. That's what I would do as well. Like you're extremely weak. There's literally nothing you can do. Yeah, I would have done that sooner. I would have done WQ sooner just to kill that ward safer. Going the bot with how weak you guys are, this is not a good idea. You've got no tower bot side. You guys are incredibly weak. All it's going to take is one person to roam down from here, and you guys are dead. I think I would make sure prioritize you got a river ward here, and then I probably wouldn't even bother going bot side. I'd probably start like trying to get whatever map control I had and then hanging around mid, because there's a good chance that Brahma's probably going to roam to mid as well at this point, because Lucian doesn't need any help at all. Lucian's really far ahead now. He can easily 1v1 the Ezreal. Oh gosh, yeah, you guys are going to get destroyed. Yeah. I think you should have flashed straight away. You're not respecting how fed this Zyra is at all. How fed the Lucian is at all. Sorry. Yeah, let me have a look at this again in 0.25. Yeah, you're getting burst down here. The first thing you need to do, and as soon as you need to be quicker in reactions to either. If I got jumped like that, literally the first thing I would do is E then flash. It would just be straight E, maybe try and get a cheeky W in if I'm feeling ballsy, and then just flash away. You need to respect the fact that you're extremely far behind. Anyone like on their team will wreck you. So it should be as soon as he hits you here. Fuck. Is as soon as you saw him straight away. E straight away, and then like flash away. You do the E now. It's just too late, really. I mean, this is how far you guys are behind. He's tanking an entire wave here. He used heal there. I mean, after that, it's like there's no point really watching it. At least Ezreal manages to pick up a kill just about. Does he get to go away? Okay, ends up being 1 for 1. In the end, it's good for you because the AD carry gets to build up, get the bounty. But once again, Jesus, man. Thanks, dude. Thanks, Wadster, for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the berry bush, dude. But you didn't want to do this one because it's so bad, but you gotta start out somewhere. So yeah, if you get jumped by Zyra, it has to be E then flash. Just E flash. You're now on 0-4. I mean, a lot of this laning phase has been pretty bad. Alright, you're respawning now. Okay, at this point as well, you should be like looking who's on your team's actually doing well. What lane is actually winning? Because at this point in the game, 10 minutes in, it's like, okay, I screwed up laning phase really, really badly, but is there any way I can help anyone to win us the game? Looking at the stats, Veigar, the Orion is 2-0, but Veigar himself is 0-0-0 with more CS. So he's scaling nicely towards late game. So he's doing okay. Tryndamere is 4-1. He's doing really, really well. So I would switch it up. I would go from top side. Make sure you get like wards around top side. You haven't quite finished your Frostfang yet. But I would say prioritize on getting like a controlled on top side. Just give Tryndamere as much security as possible, and so that he doesn't get any involvement by the enemy jungler. Do you know what I mean? You want to try and secure whatever advantage you've got here. What are you doing right now? You're doing some map control. There's not a lot you can do without your GP5. At this point, your priority right now is to get your GP5 done. You just need to hit people a few times. Really good job of getting the Orianna flash out there. You're being chased again. Okay, good. It looked like you're sick of dying there. What do you take? You got Comet. Okay. Nice route, good. Lucian was being greedy. Yeah, that's literally the only thing you could have done there. That just to gain the skill shot done. At least you got the skill shot there. Good job. Frostfang's now complete. I would say, how much money are you sitting on? You're approaching Oblivion Orb. You can't quite buy Sorcerer Shoes. So yeah, I'd say get your ward down quickly and just go back and get Oblivion Orb instead of this running around like in that jungle like aimlessly. Best thing you can do is get your Oblivion Orb finished and get your Frostfang done, because then that would just A, increases your damage, and B, increases your map control as well. US Army, hey Bizzle, watching from the gym, got the sickest arm pump going. Some super cute chick noticed I was watching your stream. He started talking about League. Nice, dude. Oh. Congrats, dude. Hope that turns out well for you, man. Alright. So I would have recalled already at this point, just so that you got the wards and stuff for map control. Right, yeah, as I said earlier, like 2 minutes before this whole situation, like here, I would have, as I said, you want to get wards for your top lane that is doing really well, so that he has like less chance of being like basically ganked like this. So if you actually had like the focus up of wards up on this top side, it may have prevented this whole situation here happening here in the first place. Does Trindo make it out? He probably isn't, is he? I want to watch this man, Trindo. He's got ulti. He's got no summoners. Yeah, he dies. So his death could have been prevented if you were able to hear my advice, if that makes sense. So when you're really, really far behind like that, you just got to do whatever you can to get advantages like secured on the lanes that are going really, really well. Now you know that 3 people are top, you just got to push this down as quickly as possible. Lucian's doing a really good job wave clearing though. There isn't a lot you can do here. Lucian's going to be... Unless Lucian misplays really badly, there's no way you're going to get a kill there. Trundle needs to be... I would be spam pinging Trundle to be with you here as well to get the tower. Now that they've done Herald as well, it's even more important that Trundle does something here. Whether it's pushing for the tower or go for Mountain Drake. This is taking way too long to take down, and it's not necessarily your fault, it's just, you know... Right, here, as soon as Trundle is there, as soon as Trundle starts moving across here for the flank, you need to be ready for that. So as soon as this wave starts connecting onto the tower, you need to be there. Like, move in now. In. Because the only escape here for Lucian to even remotely survive is by running back this way. And you're now, like, all the way over here. Yeah, so you're not really in this fight whatsoever. Your team could actually use everything that you have right here. Is your ulti, your ignite, your plants will provide some damage here. Lucian gets to get away and no HP. You weren't close enough to land anything there. They both get away. Someone, at least one person on enemy team should have died there. Good route there in the end. Ulti used in the end, but... yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, if your jungler goes for a dive, you have to help out, because the worst case scenario is he goes for the gank and then he dies and gives them more kills. And obviously there is that potential like thing where they all collapse down and you die. But I think if a dangerous play gets played like that, you have to commit. I also, if you're like really far behind like you are as well, I think you have to accept the fact that your judgment in this game is going to be bad. So you actually have to start relying on other people and start listening to other people do the calls. So if you've been going like doing really, really badly in a game, then you just have to listen to everyone else. You just have to like just follow everyone else and go with pings and things like this, because if you've been doing like that this badly or by yourself, you need to start listening to other people and listening to their calls, if that makes sense. Because you'll have bad judgment. You'll be in a little bit on tilt, even if you're not feeling it. You will be like, your judgment will be clouded. At least you finally get the tower. You need to bear in mind the enemy team has Herald now at this point. How much money have you got? You got 1.6k, so that's... Can you buy a Believing Orb and Sorcerer's Shoes with that? No, I definitely would prioritize the Sorcerer's Shoes. Yeah, and a Control Ward. Okay, cool. Okay, so you've got 4 magic penetration now. It's a shame it's about 6 minutes later than ideal, but it happens. You need to be careful, everyone, though, because you're like a little precious snowflake and you're just going to get destroyed by anyone right now. Like this Orianna can turn it around on you as well, so just be really, really careful. Good backup kill here. Right, you got 1 kill. You just heard that the enemy team just did the dragon. I would go from either... You need to make a split decision here. You either need to rotate from here to top side and try and help get the Tryndamere tower, or you try and cut them off from escaping from here. To be honest, getting a kill down here is extremely unlikely unless they're already fighting your team. So you got a kill in the mid lane, good job. Now you just want to rotate. You want to get any advantages that you can. So I would follow you. This tier 1 tower, if it was up, you would go for that. It's down. So you just want to go straight up to top. You could even like try it. You know, their jungler's bot side as well, so there shouldn't be anyone here. So I would like rotate around and maybe try and make a play here. If there's nothing possible here, you blast cone over, and then you push in the top wave. Hey Countess, by the way. And yeah, I'm doing VODs because of server issues. I did say I was going to do one, but servers went down sooner. You can't really enter here. You just want to wave. You just want to push in this wave as quickly as you can. Just get this wave to tower quickly. This is too greedy. This is too risky. You're very, very, very squishy. This is really bad pathing to come to this point here. You don't know who is potentially here. You don't know where Lucian is. I can see this already being pretty bad. Yeah. Had to use flash at least. Oh, you still died. Yeah. Yeah, you can't do plays like that, like especially when you're extremely far behind. I wouldn't do that anyways. Like you might be able to get away with that on someone like Rakan because you could go from like here and then dash back over. But if you have no dash, then doing that is extremely greedy. Look, like skipping an entire wave here. Everyone on their team's alive, and a bunch of their team is around this tower anyway. Just going in by yourself here. You're literally solo alone here. Pretty crazy.
My god, look at this. There's a bunch of berries.
Yeah, that cost you a lot there. So yeah, if you just imagine if you could have been top here, you could have pressured down here. Cyan is 0-4. He has no magic resist whatsoever, and you'll probably be doing true damage to him at this point. He has 42 magic resist. How much is the penetration again? 33 magic penetration you have in items, so you'd be doing like almost true damage to the Cyan. So you'd be wrecking this guy as well. Like, this is like, yeah, you could have got tier 1 top if you just rotated from here to top side. It's all about thinking about what objectives you can get after you get a kill. After they make a sloppy mistake, like a Selena in particular makes a sloppy mistake, then you like try and think, okay, what is the next easy objective to take? Drake just got done, so yeah, you just go to another tier 1 tower. So yeah. Alright, we need you to respawn. Okay, now you're coming up to top side. I mean, it's the right thing to do now anyway, because it's the only tier 1 tower to come up here now. I think as soon as Tryndamere dies here, you don't go in. Yeah, you just run him back. Yep. If you can, put a ward here. Putting a ward there is fine. So you know the next play that they're going to be making is tier 1 top. And now Herald's been called mid, so that's now your priority. They're going to get tier 1 top, but you need to make sure this Herald does nothing. It's going to get the tower, but you just need to make sure they don't get like any damage to the tier 2 tower of this as well. Now you need to go to top again, and I'll defend that, just in case they go for tier 2. I would still go to top here at this point anyway, because you need to get this tier 1 down. I think reviewing this game past this point is going to be pretty hard. It's just going to be like lots of ifs and buts. I'm going to try and go through as quickly as possible. Okay, at least you're here with your team here. Hey. Been ganked by my son again. Good route. Good ulti. Nice knock up again. You gotta use your ignite though. Try and help disengage here if you can. I don't know what spells you've got available here. You've got roots coming up soon. This is probably a bit too close to help disengage here. Yeah. You need to identify when the fight is like over for you. This is a good start. As soon as your turn to mid dies though, he's your best player. Like as soon as your best player is like running away, then that's when it's like to call it off. You already know the Lucian is extremely fed as well, so you want to be like, you don't want to be too far away so that you can't E, but you don't want to be so close that like you can still get caught up. Like turning back here is a big no-no. I don't know what you did there, a Q. Yeah, I wouldn't have bothered with a Q. I would just keep running away until my E was off cooldown, and then using my E and then running away. I think going for Q poke there when you aren't really doing that much damage anyway is a bit greedy. Because you already know this fight's over because your Trindamir's already run away. You would have died anyway because of the Olaf ulti. But, yeah, that would have been the ideal play there. But you would have died there anyway, even if you did what I said there. Because of the Olaf ultimate would have broke through your roots. So, yeah. Nice attempt there to or at least try and help your team there. Yeah, it's just the bad lane, really bad laning phase you've had actually is kind of like is the cause of this game's going so badly actually. Trendamir was having a decent game and Vega was holding it off until mid game. You kind of need to have a little bit more involvement. You just like the vision control needs to be a little bit better as well in this sort of situation. Like choke points need to be like as best as you can. As soon as you know like a bunch of them are somewhere, then this brush needs to be warded, for example. I would either prioritize because there's so many people here, and if you put a control ward here, it's going to get cleared up pretty quickly. So I would personally put like a control ward in this brush so this flank is safe. And then just put a normal ward here, and this normal ward here is fine. So that'd be, and then you got one more. So I'd probably, if I can, I'd put a ward here to see if anyone was going to rotate up or down, maybe for Baron, any sneaky Baron plays. But going in over here by yourself is pretty damn risky. It's just the massive AP, that being behind on a support anyway sucks, but being behind on an AP support is very painful. Because you're literally not going to do any damage now until you get like 3 items, which can take ages. We're talking like a 40-minute plus game here for you to get your items.
Oh my god, look at this. There's a bunch of berries.
You've got no more ward charges here. You guys are grouping down for bot. I mean, just capitalize on whatever you can here. This is like a greedy play from everyone here. But you guys really need to get out of this situation. Got Drake coming up in 30 seconds. It's an Infernal Drake. I'd probably try and play around that. You need to be still with your team. Like, it's the same thing as before where even if it's a bad call, at this point you just need to follow up with any call that your team makes. You're really far behind. Your judgment is going to be clouded. So I would like to see you tighter with your team. You don't necessarily have to, if you don't agree with what they're doing, the first way you should be is probably in the tip of this brush here, where my mouse is hovering here, if you can see that. Being all the way over here, getting ready to just jump over is a bit too much when your teammates could be greedy trying to get kills to at least try and make a play, because that's all you can really do when you're this far behind is make traps and try and get a kill or two and try and take it from there. So I can understand why Vega and stuff are people being desperate for kills here. Because if you let the game sit as it is anyway, you're going to lose. You got Braum. That's nice. You got Science TP coming out now. Now's the time I'll be thinking, okay, Science just TP'd down. We are massively behind. Ults we use. It's time to disengage, and you just need to make sure you're here for disengage. I'll be spam pinging back here. It's time to get out. Tryndamere is by himself. H2 is what your team's going to try and save. I think he's fine. Just go to Dragon at this point. What the hell? Yes, get ready for Dragon. It's about to spawn. It's Inferno. It's a big one. If you guys get Inferno, this is going to be huge for later in the game. Let's go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it. Okay, now get out. Disengage up here. Perfect. That's actually amazing that you guys managed to get an Infernal Drake in your current situation. The later this game goes on now, for Vega in particular, the better. So now you're in your mind, it's all about wave clearing, lasting as long as possible. You're in the right spot here. This is a good idea. You need to be here for wave clearing here. Let's try your best not to give them anything for free here. would have been nicer to see you actually when you were coming through this corridor here. When you're coming through this corridor here, it would have been nicer to see like push up like slightly to the left here so that you would have been able to E the entire wave if needed. You had flash, and at this point you've got Infernal and your only chance is like wave clearing until late game. It would have been nice to see you E the wave and maybe greedy Q it as well. You got your team like nearish, so if Sion does use everything for you, he's used everything on the weakest person on your team. So it would have been nice to see you like be a little bit more aggressive than taking out that wave. But lucky your tower doesn't take any damage there anyway. Also, you need to be looking at the minimap. You can see your top lane's being pressured as well. Good roots. I honestly thought that wasn't going to hit there. Not the best ulti. Oh. Yeah. Bad pathing by Veigar there though, but not the best ulti. You guys lost a tier 2. You need to get back up there and help out. Yeah, that going this way was very risky. Always go around. If you have to come through here, always go through the backside if they're at your tier 2. You don't know who's here. If you get a kill here though, it will be amazing. There should be a kill with Ignite. Good job. I mean, that was extremely risky. You're lucky that Orianna didn't even see you until she got caught. That was pretty lucky that she didn't see you. What items has she got? She's got a full pen, Ludens. QW would have probably done a crap ton of damage to you. Yeah, she was tunnel vision. In the end, lucky good pick. But extremely risky to walk through there like that though. Alright. It's Baron. It's time for Baron. I'll be also okay. You need to tell your, if they haven't bought them already, you need to tell your AD carry in particular to buy a blue trinket. Blue trinket for Baron is like, it's a must, especially if you're behind. You need to like be able to have someone check Baron for you so you don't have to face check it. So you need to be telling your Ezreal to get a blue trinket, or at least reminding him. Sometimes they do just forget to take it. This is too greedy. This is too greedy. You know Orianna's ball right here. So you know Orianna is still here. I mean, I wouldn't even risk this. Like Orianna ulti has a decent range as well. And yeah, but don't even think about baiting this. Yeah, okay, this is perfect, right? So you know they got 3 teammates here at Baron. They got Lucian bot side. Your Ezreal, it's a shame he's not with the team, but the best play you guys can do right now is storm this tier 2 and bait them to come off the Baron, because once they come off the Baron to wave clear this, then you've got access to the wave here. So I would be like spam pinging to go onto this tier 2 mid. That'd be really good to get them off the Baron, and then it will give you time to wave clear. Like now, for example. It didn't work exactly like that. Like it would have, if you were all down here, it would have pressured them all to come down. But I mean, that's Orianna, and a couple of people have already moved off because of this wave here. So it gives you time to wave clear. As long as you know that a couple of people are mid, you can do what you can to wave clear. Not wave clear, ward clear. Okay, so you know your Veigar's got caught out really, really badly here. The best you can do here is just get ready to use your ulti to peel off the rest of the team. This fight is going to be lost. Your Veigar is going to die. This is definitely a lost fight. You just want to make sure you can try your best to kite back for your team, and just escape. Yeah. Don't chase. Don't. Really good Trendemir play there. Just yeah, don't chase at this point. Yeah, you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing now, being back off, being scared. Good route there. Ezreal's coming to play here now. This should be Baron. This actually should be Baron. Trundle's kicking ass here. You guys can kill Sion. If you guys don't do Baron now, I'll be very upset. You need to help kill, like, make sure this Sion doesn't, like, yeah, there you go. And now you want to do Baron. I know Lucian's probably going to get this, but this is the only opportunity in the entire game that you're going to get Baron. This is like literally the only opportunity you guys are going to get Baron. It looks like you guys are calling for it. Oh, come on, Trundle. Just do it. Just start it. Just start it. At this point, just start it. And if people recall, then there's whatever. Just start it. Fuck. Yeah. Good. You've got your ulti as well, so you could like use your ult to help here with the plants at least anyway. Okay, now you guys need to get out. Alright, you just need to ulti here now. Just, you gotta kill the Olaf. And now you need to recall. You need to recall. You recall. You guys lost an inhib during this. But, it's not... that's the best you're gonna get right now. It's gonna delay the game. Like, if they got Baron, you guys would have lost the game by now. Because there'd be nothing you guys could do. Nothing you could do to stall out. So even if you guys don't even get many towers at all from this, it's good for you. Because the later this game goes on, especially with the Veigar, the better. As long as you could somehow stop the Olaf from going onto your Veigar somehow. I mean, if Veigar gets the Zhonya's, then he might be okay. Well, this game lasts, it's going to last like double that length, so I don't know how much more I can really review of this. Okay, you got to pick off. Now you need to just run it down mid. You honestly just... You just need to run it down mid. Spam ping your team. Push it in quickly. Just queue it. Don't care. Don't care if it takes away gold from Trinbe. Just push it in. Are you... Okay, right. This is weird. This is weird movement from you. Your main focus is tunnel vision. It's just the tunnel vision it down mid. So I would try... This ward's about to run out, so you want to put another ward here. I would maybe put like one ward here. Trundle was coming through anyway, so you didn't need to do that. One ward here would be okay at this point here. Okay, good ward. There's no point going back up here. There's nothing here. You just want to run it down mid and make most of Baron when you guys have already got the advantage. Yeah, it's a shame. Could have got some really nice pressure into that tier 2. You guys are going to get a tier 1 top, but honestly, minions could have just killed that. But I guess you're kind of forced to follow here. I guess there's nothing really you can do here because you're forced to follow. Now Sion's respawned. Be careful face checking here. You know Olaf is mid. I mean, because your whole team is trying to run to assist to him, it's wasting too much time. And you're having to do the right thing here and just follow up with team. Right now, you're just looking for any opportunity here. Don't go ham by yourself. Yeah. That's the thing with Zyra. She's incredibly squishy, and all it just takes is one crazy fed person just to one-shot you. So then let me see your pathing here. You need to be slightly closer to your team here. Your pathing should be there. So your pathing should be like down here. So if you do get jumped on, at least like the like when I die, like I usually try and die when I'm near my team, so like at least it's at least 1 for 1. So you're just a bit too far away from your team here. Like ideally you should be standing around about here. And then you could have like maybe flashed over behind over here as well. Then you should be like flashing here towards your team. Yeah, because then Lucian would have had to flash like here. So yeah, making their carries go deeper into your team like that would be better, rather than trying to flash away from your team, if that makes sense. Because it's going to be extremely unlikely for you to escape. Okay, I don't know how much more I want to review this, because this is a 50-minute game. I think we've done enough, like, mistakes kind of thing. Wave clearing super creeps, nothing wrong with that. You've gone Leandry's first, that's fine. I mean, yeah, you need to defend this tier 3. I want to see like a control ward over here. Yeah, just do your best to wave clear. Prioritize and wave clearing if you can. Okay, your Veigar just got a kill. Now you want to try your best to turn it around. Okay-ish attempt at the ulti. Once again, there's too much stuff here going on for you here. I'll try and E across here if it's up. It's about to be up. This could be a really nice route. You got route ready? No, apparently you got route ready. I think you had route ready sooner for like a couple of people there. You can't be in front of it by yourself. The Lucian will just wreck you. Assist the Solaf kill. Your bot inhibs respawn now. Just prioritize on protecting the tower. These guys can dash over and escape. Okay, your Ezreal's coming back now. Now you want to be aggressive again. Now your Ezreal's here. You haven't got flash, so you can't flash engage. There's a good chance your Ezreal's going to chase this, so you kind of have to follow. Oh boy. Big plays. Nice. Okay. Just trying to catch up what's happening up here. Trying to go first quickly now. Recall. Not sure if that was a great time to recall. My team were like kind of busy doing something mid. Not sure why, but now you need to pay. Now you need to play passive again. Now you can't really go out there and attack because you need to be defending the towers and making the game last as long as possible. Just, you want to be involved still. This is still a fight, but you don't... The problem is, like, your Veigar's dead, so this could go really, really, really badly, but your team's fully committed, so you have no choice but to commit now. If you did a quick tap check, you could see that the Veigar's TP would be ready, but it's such a long time, though. You need to run away now. You just lost 2 solo laners. Yeah. Fuck. I mean, you're kind of stuck there to fight there. That's not your fault. When 3 out of 4 of your team go in like that, you have to be there with them. Running away isn't like really an option. Yeah, this is just an overall really, really like messy game. That you're still dead at this point. You're about to spawn now. How did the game not end right there? I know they got 3 inhibs down at this point. I'm actually kind of curious to see why it didn't end like right now. But how is the game not over now? How have they not ended the game, kind of thing? Like Baron's up now. Like all the enemy team has to do is do Baron. This is like the best call you can do. It's just rush Baron while 2 of them are dead. Literally, you have to do Baron before super creeps hit your base. So this is actually a really, really good call by your team. It's literally the only thing you can do in that situation. I think going for the Mountain Drake's probably too much. I don't think you can get that. You can have too many minions dealing in your base. But yeah. I mean, the enemy team should just pick up the Mountain Drake and then just like take everything from the jungle and then go in. Yeah. Wait, you should not be competing for this at all. This is theirs. You cannot leave your base. You have 3 inhibs down, so you cannot leave your base whatsoever. You're not allowed to leave your base until at least like 1, maybe 2 inhibs are respawned. Looks like you guys are winning a fight here. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch the rest of this game because it's just gonna be like team overall contributions. You're either gonna hit your skill shots or not. But generally in that situation, you just need to keep delaying the game as long as possible, staying with your team as much as possible, and just try your best to work as a team because you've got good CC there with the Veigar and the your own spells. But the Olaf is going to zoom in, and that's going to be the main problem that you guys are going to have. So it depends how quickly your Olaf can kill your Veigar, basically. But yeah. But yeah, I think we covered enough like individual mistakes for you, Sui. I don't think I need to go right through. I think going past 20 minutes was a little bit too much information for you. But hopefully that helps. I think that should be okay, right guys? Just think talking too much past laning phase is just more team errors and maybe macro, and then it's more like I'm being like a team coach kind of thing, rather than looking at your own individual laning, like individual mistakes that you could have done before like 15-20 minutes.